Hey friends, it is officially time to get building with all of the very strange pieces we found in our LEGO Sonic the Hedgehog box. And thank you to LEGO again for sponsoring us to check this out and get building. And if you are a Sonic fan, especially if you know your Sonic memes, I think you're really going to enjoy what we're going to bring to life today in the brick. So stay tuned, let's get building, we gotta go fast. For this project, we are going to be building none other than the legendary SANIC character, and we're going to make sure he feels a little more Eggman than usual. So we're actually going to start by setting aside these non-Sonic-y parts. We're going to go ahead and toss those over here, and we're going to use these 2 bags of mostly blue bricks with a couple of tan and white pieces, which I think are going to be perfect to help us bring our vision of SANIC to life, and then we're going to go ahead and use those other parts after to make him more Eggman-like. So let's get these parts out and get started with this build. So in the spirit of the SANIC character, we're of course going to do our best to keep this as a little bit more of a 2D build. So and there'll be some 3D elements sort of, but for the most part, we're going to just be trying to make use of what's here to give us, you know, a nice 2D look for this lovely and super duper accurate character. You can tell they've kind of included a lot of good pieces that are going to help make this possible. We might have a couple of changes from the classic SANIC character just based on kind of what pieces are available. Like I feel like these are intended for the arm, but SANIC's arms are blue while the actual Sonic's arms are tan. So we might try to actually like match the real character a little bit more so. But I think all in all, we're gonna have some really good stuff to work with here. And let's see what we can get going. Ooh, some nice curved pieces. I wonder if this will be good for like the belly and stuff. Oh yeah, that's definitely giving me some good SANIC vibes. Oh yeah, I'm liking this. I'm seeing a lot of good parts here. All right, we're gonna work for a little bit here. We'll come back and check with you in a bit and let you know how this build is coming along. So we've now got a rough layout of how we want Sonic to look. You can see the big spikes on him. A couple different sizes of them here. We've got his belly ready, his kind of arms laid out, some of the various elements of his head, which we're going to work on a bit more. And you can see some of his leg here too. So I think you can sort of see SANIC coming to life here a little bit, but he's going to look a lot better in a few more minutes once we get more of this build. And with that, our SANIC is complete. I think we've done a pretty good job of replicating the feel of the adorable hand-drawn SANIC character, thanks to whoever did that on the internet. But I'm actually not quite done with the overall build, and that I actually want him to have a little base to stand on, because he definitely couldn't stand on his own right now. And we have to make him a little bit more Dr. Eggman-like. So we're going to find some ways to do that up with some of the other parts LEGO sent us. So let's get to it. For our base, I want to make sure we capture a little bit of that classic kind of Green Hill Zone look. So it's good LEGO included a bunch of this reddish orange, or dark orange, I think it's called, and reddish brown. But I have some ideas on how we can mix it up, make it feel even the base, or let's say even the Green Hill Zone, a little more Eggman. So we're going to start with working with this, and then we're going to mix in a couple different things here. So let's get to it. So our base is mostly complete. You can see we've got obviously our classic Sonic look, but we've also mixed in a little bit more of a Dr. Eggman color scheme here with some black, red, and yellow, just to show that the world is kind of becoming overruled by Dr. Eggman. So I thought that looks pretty cool. We put a nice little black base around it, and now we're gonna make sure we get SANIC attached. With some not so fancy engineering, but more than sufficient to hold him up, we've got SANIC standing up. Gosh, he's not pretty from this angle. And our build for the Make a LEGO Sonic More Eggman challenge is complete. I honestly had such a blast with this build. I really love how some of the details on SANIC himself turned out. I love the arms and the hands. Thought we did some fun stuff with how those look. They're really simplistic. We obviously captured lots of other fun details like the round belly, all of the various spikes all over him. I love his ridiculous smile and super funky eyes. And then we managed to get him in quite an interesting pose as well. We used lots of mixel joints to achieve all sorts of different angles for all the different bits of the build. And then I think having the base kind of really brings it all together and just makes for a really nice presentation. And then of course you can't ignore those awesome Dr. Eggman inspired elements like the little goggles on top, the mustache on his face, and then his little handheld drill weapon thing that seems like just the kind of thing Dr. Eggman would use to try and take Sonic down. I hope you all enjoyed checking out this build. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure you guys go support this project on LEGO Ideas as well, or any of the other amazing entries that you see for this awesome challenge.